Welcome to medicinal biochemistry class on nucleic acid metabolism. So today we will learn degradation of purine nucleotides. So at the end of this class, the student shall be able to explain degradation of purines and explain etiology of gout. So that is the metabolic disorder related to degradation of purine nucleotides. Okay. So the degradation of purine begins from conversion of AMP to IMP. So here the amine group of adenine is replaced with oxygen. Okay. So here this is an deamination reaction. So this reaction is catalyzed by adenosine deaminase. Adenosine deaminase. In the next step, the IMP will lose a molecule of sugar, that is ribose phosphate is removed, and that leads to the formation of hypoxanthine. So further, by the action of xanthine oxidase, so an oxygen is added over. By the action of xanthine oxidase, an oxygen is added at the second carbon. Okay, so it is oxidized and it is further oxidized. So here one more oxygen is added. So the hypoxanthine is converted to xanthine and xanthine is converted to uric acid. Uric acid is the end product of purine metabolism. Okay. So what is that is physiological importance of uric acid? So that we will see. Uric acid, so that is the excreted end product of purine catabolism, that is breakdown of purine nucleotides in primates, birds and some other animals. Okay. So the rate of uric acid by the normal adult human is around 0.6 grams in a day, that is per day, per 24 hours. So this arises in part from ingested purine and in part from turnover of purine nucleotides that arise from nucleic acid, breakdown of nucleic acids. Okay. So the normal concentration of uric acid in serum of adults is in the range of 3 to 7 milligram per deciliter. Okay. So now we look into what happens when uric acid accumulates inside the body. So when uric acid accumulates inside the body, so that condition is known as gout, so a disease condition. Okay. So this is the disease of joints, usually in males, caused by elevated concentration of uric acid in the blood and tissues. Okay. So here, so this is a severe condition in fact. So the joints will be very painful and inflammation. You can see the inflammation of joints and arthritis owing to the abnormal deposition of crystals of sodium urate. Sodium urate crystals will deposit in the joints. Due to that, what happens is it will be very painful and inflammation of joints is observed. So that is an arthritic condition. The kidneys are also affected because excess uric acid is deposited in the kidney tubules. Okay, so here, so gout, what happens? So uric acid that is formed. So here there is blockage of elimination. Okay, so that is not released into the urine. So uric acid is elevated. And in case of diabetes nephrosis also, what happens? So uric acid is not eliminated. So in this case, what happens? So urate crystallization is observed, so that will accumulate in joints, soft tissue, cartilage and kidneys. Okay. So here you have the picture of like a gout condition. So here you can see the inflammation. So inflammation of joints here. So it's a very severe condition. So due to the accumulation of uric acid crystals. Okay. So advanced gout, so uric acid is absorbed onto the skin, so the knee joints are completely degraded. Okay. So allopurinol, so an suicide inhibitor that is used to treat gout. So what it does is it will prevent the formation of uric acid. Okay, allopurinol, it will prevent the formation of uric acid. So this is hypoxanthine. So this, the structural difference you can observe. So it is only the position of nitrogen. Okay, so it will block. So allopurinol will block the conversion of hypoxanthine to xanthine. So it will competitively inhibit xanthine oxidase enzyme. So due to that, what happens? So it will decrease the accumulation of uric acid in the blood. So due to that, so the deposition of uric acid decreases gradually. So this one drug can be used for the treatment of gout.